prophecy of dirty feet. The prophecy of Daniel is a prophetic foreshadow of the end times and a prophecy that reveals the dirty feet and the kingdom of dirty feet that gets destroyed for having dirty feet. The people who do not wash their feet. Yes, the prophecy of the feet of part iron and miry clay. The feet are dirty with clay. Dirty little feet. Daniel chapter 2, verse 31 through 35. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part iron and part of clay. Thou sawest till a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet, that were of iron and clay, and brake them to pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff on the summer threshing floors, and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain, and filled the whole earth. And this image stands, mighty and tall, proud. But when you look down at the feet, it's got miry clay and dirty feet. Feet with mire and clay, miry clay, standing with dirty feet. But the bride does not have dirty feet. And when the Lord looks upon those 10 toes of that 10 kings and those dirty feet, that stone is going to smite those dirty feet, and it's going to fill the earth to a great mountain, the kingdom of God, with nice little washed feet, little tootsies, little feet that are clean, the bride's feet that will be clean for the end. And the Lord will make war and destroy those dirty feet that have not listened to the prophet give them the command to come out into the wilderness and wash the feet, for the bridegroom cometh. The end times Christ's bride will have their feet clean. The kingdom of God who smites those feet, those dirty feet, is seen in the prophecy. And that stone, that banner, that gospel of the kingdom that's to come is to be warning people of that memorial story of Mary, how she washed the feet. Yep, throughout the whole world, wherever the gospel is preached, the entire world, the gospel of the kingdom to come. That what she did will be shared with it as a memorial, as a part of the covenant of Christ. The feet need to be washed. If you don't wash your feet, you're a part of that dirty feet's kingdom. It's either his kingdom or the Lord's kingdom. And the Lord's kingdom has clean feet. The world's kingdom has dirty feet. Matthew chapter 26, verse 13. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also that this woman hath done be told for a memorial of her. The gospel and the act of the washing of the feet are shared together. And that gospel has a commandment. Yep, that washing of the feet is a commandment given by Christ. John chapter 13, verse 8. Peter saith unto him, Thou shalt never wash my feet. Jesus answered him, If I wash thee not, thou hast no part with me. First the body, then the feet. John chapter 13, verse 10. Jesus saith to him, He that is washed needeth not save to wash his feet, but is clean every whit, and ye are clean, but not all. The unwed bride that is yet to go to the wedding, she has to have her feet washed for the king's wedding. It's a commandment. Matthew chapter 25, verse 6. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. And she goes out into the wilderness to meet the bridegroom. Revelation chapter 12, verse 6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. And this exodus is on eagle's wings out into the wilderness for the end. Revelation chapter 12, verse 14. And the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time and times, and half a time from the face of the serpent. The law and the prophets will be fulfilled. The time of Moses, the people walked with a wall of sea, and on dry ground they walked across for their baptism. And in the end, the prophets the fulfillment of the prophets, is they have a wall of dry ground that they pass through, and their feet have salty water that they get in. And that's the prophecy of the end. The two baptisms, yes, the baptism of Moses and the baptism of Elijah, that prophet that is given. If you have eyes to see and ears to hear, look what it's written. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 11 and 12. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea. All were baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea. The feet will be baptized out in the wilderness on the Exodus. Just like Moses went on an Exodus, Elijah takes one on an Exodus through the dry mountains, and the watery feet of salt, the salt feet, get baptized. In the end, that's the prophecy of the feet baptism. First, Moses, the law, and Elijah, the prophet. The law and the prophets being fulfilled by two baptisms. The baptism of Moses and the baptism of Elijah. Out in the wilderness, the feet will be salted with the salt water. Around them will be standing dry ground. Walls of dry ground on the Exodus. The prophecy of the feet getting baptized. And the dirty feet of the kingdom of the world that gets destroyed. Written in the book of Daniel. Spoken about the prophecy of the end. Daniel chapter 2, verse 33 and 34. His legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Thou sawest till a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and brake them to pieces. We see these dirty feet that refuse to obey the king's orders to have the feet washed. Those feet are destroyed. The people who refuse to come to get their feet cleaned will be cut off. There will be no portion with Christ. Revelation chapter 19, verse 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat upon the horse and against his army. Those in the kingdom of dirty feet will be fighting against Christ, and they will be destroyed. The kingdoms of the world have dirty feet, but the kingdom of God, Christ's kingdom, have clean feet washed in the end times to make way for the way of the Lord. As the prophet Isaiah had said, out into the wilderness the feet will be baptized. And this is the prophecy of the dirty feet.